This is the story of The Ugly Duckling for the Abnormal Psychology Class 105 by Felicia, Kelsey, and Gianna. From the beginning, the ugly duckling was not like the other ducklings. He hatched later than the others. He looked different, spoke and swam differently too. His family were not the only ones that noticed that there was a difference. Soon the word got out to the flock about the ugly duckling. He, along with his family, had to endure constant mistreatment and criticism just for the fact that he was different from the norm. This judgment that was being passed by everyone started to take an emotional and psychological toll on the ugly duckling's self-esteem. This is when the ugly duckling's stress started to form, and also the anxiety that would soon lead to something far worse. One day, the ugly duckling came swimming up behind some bushes. He overheard his family talking about him. He heard his mother say, maybe it would have been better for everyone if he had never been hatched. After hearing these words from his mother, this led him to believe that he would never be good enough to live in the pond with everyone else. He then flew off on his own in search of seclusion. He did not care what was going to happen to him anymore. He became hopeless. Finally hidden from the world, the ugly duckling replayed the harsh words of criticism over and over again in his mind. This sent him into a frenzy. He began to pluck out his feathers at first, but this would soon lead him to consume them as well. By plucking and eating his feathers, this brought some relief from the anxiety. One day, while swimming in a pond, the ugly duckling came across a group of the most beautiful swans he had ever seen. When they flew away, he had a gut feeling he should follow them. Hidden under a willow tree, he marveled at the swan's beauty from afar. The comparison between him and the swans was overwhelming. Without thinking, he pleaded to the swans, "Beautiful birds, please kill me, for I am too ugly to live." The swans approached him with kindness and compassion. They pleaded with the ugly duckling to come out from under the willow tree. They tried to reassure him that he was just as beautiful as they were. The swans finally convinced him to come out from under the willow tree and take a look at his reflection. They wanted to prove to him that he was indeed beautiful. Despite his reluctance, the ugly duckling took a chance and looked at himself. With only a few patches of feathers left on his body, the ugly duckling was shocked at his own reflection and found that he resembled a beautiful swan. After being asked why he was plucking his feathers, the ugly duckling didn't know the exact reason. All he knew is that it brought him relief when he felt anxious. One of the swans then suggested that whenever he felt anxious or stressed, instead of plucking his feathers, he should go for a swim and channel his anxiety into exercising. From this point on, the ugly duckling stopped feeling ugly and his anxiety vanished. Through the therapy he was receiving, He has since stopped the feather plucking and feather eating habit. He is finally happy with who he is.